Um, I had a question in mind. I just successfully forgot about it. Okay. Um, um, so what is with all the seriousness of the topic that you're working in
hmm
and the weirdness and the stress of creating a new company, but what are some of the funny things that you experienced along the way when that happened to you, where you're like, okay, nobody's going to believe this, right? On the
Yeah.
positive again.
I don't know. I mean, for us, this is like every single day. Like, Eleanor always realized that when I get stressed out, I'm much funnier because I just take everything so. I'm like, of course this happened, right? Like, of course this is it. Like, we went to, because we're in LA and so we're in the US. And so we thought weeks ago that we should book a trip to Mexico while we're in the US. And it was one of the busiest weeks that we had for investor office hours with Techstars. And we get there and we're like, okay, this looks a bit busy, but sure, this looks nice, whatever. We'd booked this ages ago. We're going to go. Everything's ready. We booked a hotel. We're going to do work, beach, work, beach. We don't want any sightseeing. We're too busy. We go out, we settle in. We're like, this hotel is nice. Oh, sure. We walk around and the town keeps getting louder and louder. And we're like, this is crazy. And so we look and we see a massive corner of outdoor clubs all facing each other and trying to compete with who's the loudest club in the area. And we're like, wow, these guys are crazy, random. And then we're like, wait a minute, isn't that hotel like just there? And so we go back to our hotel and turns out we were at the party corner of the town where there was music until 3 a.m. every night, and you could hear every bass drop, every siren, every reggaeton remix of Jason Derulo from 2008. And it was just like, of course, in the busiest week on earth, we are here in this absolute hellhole of a town. Had to change hotels, had to move out. We had earplugs. Both of us are like at our wits' end. And then ended up having to get a hotel outside of town where we were like in the middle of nowhere. It was very quiet, but there was like no food there, no nothing. So we had to like cross the highway every time to get food. Um, and in those moments, I think, like we're kind of like at our wits' end, but things are always just like comically ridiculous. Eleanor went to the pool when she had 1 minute of free time. She goes to the pool, it starts raining. The one day of rain. It's always stuff like that happens. And then you'll get a random text from your mom that says, like, hope things are going well. Keep going. We're so proud of you. You're like, I don't want to keep going, mom. Like, I'm over it. I'm so tired. So I think the general trend of people telling us to keep going whenever things go wrong. Ellen and I have gotten exceptionally good at dealing with bad news. It's kind of just like, yep, suck it up. Ha ha ha. Helena cracks a couple of jokes. Eleanor's like crying of laughter and desperation in a corner. And when we get good news instead, we're absolutely flabbergasted to the point where we can't focus or function for anything for like 3 days. But I think overall, like it's been, like I talk about how it's very stressful, but it's obviously been like a super fun and exciting journey to just like get to work with all these people. We get to travel. We get to live in the US now for 3 years, 3 months. But so it has had many positives, I think much more than the negatives.